Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's go ahead and zoom in. Zoom, 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 zoom. What's up, Daisuke? Yep. I kind of want to get it out of my hair so I can focus on this cover I gotta draw, which I'm gonna use for PowerPoint. So it's gonna require a lot of effort over the next few days. So I just want to get this done. What's up, Jonathan? Armando? Sub-Zero? Making some money. Loot boxes, Armando. I should save them all for loot boxes. For the pencil stages of my drawings, do I dash them in or make... Do I dash them in? What do you mean? Oh, I just sort of sketch it in and then finish it with the ink. You know? Spend all your money on loot boxes. It's kind of rough. Kind of just get the construction down and finish it with the ink. So I'm really drawing with the ink more than I am with the pencil. The pencil just to kind of square it up a little bit on the page. Yeah, I saw that. So when I'm going to do a lot of the work on the page, I'll take a big section, just blob it in, and draw construction lines over, and then invert that. Print it out, finish the details with pencil, kind of roughly, you know, make 50%, and then do the last 50% with the ink. It's something you have to kind of practice with. You know, it took me a while to find inks and paper and to get a good feel for doing that. Not worrying about, you know, screwing up. I actively started going around that route around 2014. So it took about 2 or 3 years to kind of get the hang of it. The construction in pencil. That's why I use the red lead. Because I can see through. I can see through. I already did when I was a kid. They used to have Super Mario Brothers and Super Zelda cereal. I don't eat that kind of stuff anymore, but that's the one I used to eat until the Ninja Turtle cereal came out, and that was my jam. If I didn't use ink, would my color pencils cover my line work? Would my color... Yeah. You'd have a hard time seeing things, though. I like lions, so... But yeah. I only own one amiibo. My Mega Man amiibo. And it's still in the box. Every time you use them to destroy your work. Well, these lay down color a lot differently than Prismacolors. But you gotta really go faint if you're just gonna go over pencils. That's why I use this colored ink when I do this. So it changes color. Be nice, Armando. No clue. He was just being facetious, Desu. You don't take it personal. Armando kids. Isn't that right? Hmm. Nice. I'll look into it. Yeah. Later, Armando. I'll check out that channel. Hey, thanks, Gray.
Hello.
Hey.
All right, looking good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be living digital drawing and coloring for the next
2
several
weeks.
days. No. It's got to be done in 9 days. So.
Oh wow. So that's
It's
2 days to
doable. It's
draw.
Yeah, it's doable. But what I'm gonna end up doing is not. I told my wife, I'm like, you're making your own food. I'm living off fucking.
Coffee.
Well, there's that. Plus, probably just eggs and cottage cheese.
Sounds about right.
Eggs, cottage cheese, grapefruit juice, some yogurt. Maybe some bacon over the next several days.
Bacon. Bacon.
Thanks, Cap. But I just want to get this out my fucking hair, So I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm not looking across the table. I gotta get all the colors back out.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I have a YouTube channel with 1,115 videos. Can you believe it?
I can. I've stared at a lot of them. I can believe it.
I've also been reposting the morning podcast back on my iTunes. So if you go on iTunes, the morning podcast is on there now.
Nice.
People are like, oh shit, the podcast is back. I'm like, I've never left, fuckers. Just like,
Right.
But I just know there's a grip of my audience that only wants to hear iTunes. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't want no fucking videos. I want to hear that artist draw,
Yeah.
Hear the art being made.
Crunch.
It's 2015, man. Watching people draw, I want to hear it. So.
I want that shit in 4D. That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, Umberto was saying that the black suit, Superman, the costume was in the movie originally, but he just looks at it. He never wears it. It's just like an Easter egg. Yeah. Just tons of missed opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tons of missed opportunities. Could have gave him the black suit when he came back with the beard, and then the last shot is him with the blue suit, but maybe it has like, the fucking Kingdom Come coloring or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Could have done so many things.
I know, Rob.
Easter eggs. Meanwhile, Spider-Man's got iron armor and shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking Captain America's got the beard and he's wearing fucking Black Panther gloves and shit. There's Hulkbuster armors, but hey, you're gonna get some Easter eggs for some suits. Like what year are you guys playing?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll mention Coast City, like, oh, that'll be amazing, like, they'll mention Mongol, like, why don't you just put Mongol in the fucking movie? What year is this? They got Gorilla Grodd in the goddamn Flash TV show. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but they got a Robin costume sitting there on the wall.
I can't argue it, so I can't, got nothing. I can't argue it.
It's just too little, man. It's too little for what's going on right now. You know?
Yeah.
It's too little. No, they're not worse, man. I'll tell you why. Look, the origin claws are bad, but they're not worse. That first shot of the movie's CGI Cable face. Like, it's the single worst visual effect I've seen since The Mummy 2. You know? When the rock comes out as the CG rock.
You know what you're talking about, Rob.
It's too much money. We know what Cavill looks like. We just spent 2 movies with the guy. He looks more like Ben Affleck than Cavill. That's the weird fucking part about it. Like, remember when Ben Affleck dressed up like George Reeves? Remember he played George Reeves and he wore the Superman outfit?
Yes,
Looks like that. They just sat there going, "Oh no!" Like, I could not believe it looked like. Guys, I'm a visual effects dude. I've been reading Cinefex since the '80s. You know. Like I'm like I grew up during the revolution, right? On the back of Star Wars up through fucking the dawn of, Yeah, this is a zebra ballpoint. Basic zebra ballpoint. With the Jim Cameron and fucking CGI. It is bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's 2017. Literally, like, they could have used that software. You know that software they used to make George Bush talk? Shit he never said. You ever seen that video? Like, they could just make faces say different things, without it. It's like an algorithm. You don't have to fucking try. And it looks a little off, but it looks better than that. Like, looks better than...
I just think they should have went and given him the beard instead of trying to delete the mustache.
Give him the full beard for the whole movie. Just reshoot it, give him the beard. I mean, his hair...
He had the beard in the first one.
He had the beard in Man of Steel. Just give him the fucking beard. Problem solved. Would have looked awesome.
Yeah.
And cut that first scene out, because that's pointless.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
I like Batman. I like Batman.
It's not good. It's not good. I don't even care that it's a superhero movie. I'm just saying from a visual effects standpoint, given what they have available to them, given what they've already done in 2 movies. How do the parademons look worse than in BVS? I mean, BVS, it looked dope. I was not like, oh, look, they're little fucking winged creatures. It's stupid. I was like, that shit looks creepy, And that's coming after what were those fucking things in Attack of the Clones? Those stupid fucking ant creatures.
I don't even
What
know.
were those? The Kaminoans?
Sounds good. Sounds right to me.
Planet Camino. They got that stupid sound, that sound that comes by. That's 2002. They looked pretty much like that in this movie. I was like, what the fuck? Like a cartoon, That's what you're like, it reminds me of the cartoon. I'm like, yeah, no shit. A lot of this movie was animated. It's just the standards have been set. Like, you can't dip below Ant-Man. You just can't. You can't dip below Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, they made Doctor Strange look like a badass, bro. Fucking figure that one out. It's got the fucking Full Metal Alchemist seals and shit, and the Inception fucking levels, and but they're like, look, Cyborg is in the Flash. Like, okay, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Sorry, man. Like with this movie, they should have delayed it until next summer, at the very least, to finish the visual effects. But it's not good, man.
You know what you're talking about.
It's okay. Hey, man. Look. I had to deal. I had to live through Batman and Robin. You know, I had to go to Comic Con, sit at that panel, and have my heart crushed. All right. And I had to go to that damn premiere, sit there and ruin everyone else's good time laughing like Cape Fear, you know. Then I had to go and just spend the next God knows how many years hoping one day they'll fix Batman, you know. And what a glorious day it was when I got to go in IMAX and see Batman Begins, you know. I was so happy. All my friends were like, "I don't know, man." I'm like, "Oh, shut up! It's a great movie." Batman fights ninjas and shit. Fuck off! Like, I love this movie. You know.
Yeah.
So maybe this will teach them, or not. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm all for them learning. They don't have to reboot. They just gotta just learn. But now the Cavill thing is pretty bad. And people were like, I mean, these are the same people that were like, "Oh, Spider-Man looks fake in the Civil War trailer." Remember that one? Remember he looks CG?
Yeah.
You know? Meanwhile, I'm like, half of Henry Cavill's face has been replaced with Ben Affleck's face, and I'm just like, what about that? No, it's all right, man. Like this shit.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Oh yeah, Batman Begins is dope. But let's be honest, it's still not fucking anywhere near the level of bullshit that is Superman 3 and 4. I had to grow up with Superman 3. I had to sit there as a kid and watch Richard Pryor get drunk and try to fit a key into another keyhole simultaneously for gotta be fucking 15 minutes worth of screen time. Like, like Brandon, you go back and watch Superman 3. There's this scene where where Richard Pryor, Gus Gorman, has to fucking uh, get into this room to get some fucking thing. He has to insert a key simultaneously in another key, and he got the guy too drunk, so he had to like get that guy. He had to like rig up a thing where he's tied to his leg, and then he's like marionetting the other guy to put the key in the key thing when he puts the key. It fucking takes forever, bro. As a kid, I was like, "Is this a Superman movie?" Like, I was like, what is this? Bruce Timm directed the opening of Justice League. Bruce Timm didn't direct any of that movie. But yeah, so I've sat through some shit, man. You know. But through that, you end up getting, you know, Tim Burton's Batman, and then you know you get the animated series, and then they fuck it up. So you know, they're fucking it up less worse. You know, they fucked it up worse than this.
Right.
You know? So they're doing better. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Movie's gonna make less money than fucking like Ant-Man and shit, so go figure. Go figure. Oh, right. Yeah, well, I don't mind the style, man. You know, I mind it now, like when they fucking make a Gotham by Gaslight and it doesn't look like Mike Mignola's art. You know, and there's no shadows. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No shadows, Brandon. So I felt the same way about that Batman Year One cartoon. No inks, no nothing. You know, like, whoa, we don't have the money. Spend the money on shadows. Then they play that sequence at the end where it's like a motion comic from images from the actual comic, and it looks better than the cartoon. I don't know. They put shadows in the Batman animated. Why can't they put shadows in these movies? Figure that one out. Well, it's gonna
Right.
make it too dark for kids. Kids aren't buying this shit. Stop pretending like kids are looking forward to the Gotham by Gaslight. You know what I mean? Kids are being forced to watch it because their dads are like, "Oh my god," you know, and now they gotta watch it. That's how it works. CGI in this movie was at the same level of quality as the Kung Fu and Iron Fist. You catch my drift, Brandon? You see what I'm trying to say?
I wish I didn't, but yes.
Overwatch. Oh, yeah, that sucks, right? I gotta teach. Hey kids, I'm late. I was up all night playing Overwatch. You all know. That's funny, right? Mm-hmm. Just gotta finish this little chunk right here. Add some white bits and then do the background. Give my hand a little bit of a rest. Turns out this plushie mech is just killing time. Great idea, Rob. Great idea.
It's looking cool, though. He's the teacher. That's funny.
What did I do? Oh, I did the blue first.
You ever played Overwatch?
Once. I was like, nope.
Too chaotic for you?
Multiple things, man. Just love the universe, love the characters. Don't care for first-person multiplayer. Smackdowns, man.
Right.
It's just not my thing, Brandon. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 as well. Like that was a game that I love the art direction for. Like the animated shorts. Don't care to play. Last multiplayer first-person shooter I got into was the first Battlefield 1942. Because that was fun. There was really nothing quite like it. That's
Right.
it.
You like Payday?
Yeah, by
I mean,
myself.
right.
You know, maybe co-op with a friend. But that's, relatively slow. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, you're here and do, oh, go here, I got that guy, boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, head. Like it's not. It's really PVE, Payday. That's how I play it. Like me versus the environment. I was never
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll go fucking against other people. Like I don't want that. I don't like other people, especially in my video games. Like I go into games to escape being around people. That's the
Yeah.
whole point for me. If I wanted to be around people, I could just step outside. In fact, I can go driving. I can get a good taste of what being around people's like.
Right.
So, the last multiplayer kind of game I enjoyed on any level was Journey, but that's because you can't talk to anybody,
Hmm.
and that's and they can't do anything to affect your gameplay negatively. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so then it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I know you get cussed out by teenagers. That sucks. Yeah, and then you go on Overwatch and get cursed out all night too. That's fun. You're bringing down, you're bringing aggro, you're lowering down my DPS. Ah, fuck off, DPS. My wife plays the shit out of WoW, so I get to listen to her. They're not even helping. They're just sitting back, letting us do all the fucking work. And I'm like, you don't have to play this game.
All right.
But she has to have other people. We're like the complete opposites when it comes to this. She's like, you just by yourself? Yeah. Right. Thank you. Oh, nice. Merry Christmas. And once you use them, you're not going to want to go back. Trust me on that. I got a couple prismas I keep around just because they don't have any color like them. Like, there's like this seafoam green I keep. And I think this particular color purple. I think that's it. Oh, and this one peach color. Other than that, it's all prism. It's all polychromos. And believe me, it sucks using those other ones because they mush. They mush down. Amazon's trying to get me to do that thing where I set up a page. So if people buy stuff, they buy it through my page, and I'll see something back. And I'm like, I can't get people to buy my own shit. They're not gonna go to fucking.
Right.
No one's gonna log on to my Amazon page to buy shit. Like, come on, guys. You know, you could be part of our influence. I'm not an influencer. I can barely get Brandon to fucking draw construction. Like, I
There you
can't
go.
influence anybody. It's true. That's what I told him. I could barely get my fucking people I know to draw right. I'm not gonna get them to influence them to buy shit from. Go to my page. No one's gonna do that.
Right.
Not gonna do it. Yeah. I got you. But they're amazing, bro. I mean, the minute you feel it, you're gonna go, oh, okay. Trust me on that. You're gonna go, oh, I see. And how nice it is that, see how these never break?
Mm-hmm.
Try that with the Prisma. Get back to me on that one. Nice. Nice to hear that, dude. My ideal coloring time would be 4 hours a day. on color pencil so I don't wear my hand out. My
Mm-hmm.
feels pretty light, but even then, days like today, ain't we? You're just like, well, grin and bear it.
Right. How many hours will today be?
It'll be 12
Hmm.
by the time I get done with everything. Oh, yeah. It's just not fast. It produces a nice result, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks better than the Copics. So, especially like, the hair and stuff.
Right.
I mean, you see it up close. I mean, this camera fucking doesn't do it any justice. So I'm pretty much done with Copic markers. Try to color in the same way. Oh, I could probably. This is how I've always did it in high school. It's the last time I used color pencils was in the army. Same basic way. Just using lines that go over the shapes. Just lines that go
Mm-hmm.
over. Use the lines to go over the shapes. Yeah, and when you get up close, you can see the little layers in between the lines, which is nice. So, the guy finally got the Wolverine. He's like, "Shit, this fucking thing looks crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Like, I try to tell you. Thanks for finally getting back to me."
Right.
He's like, "Oh, I'll have to get another one for you for con. I probably will never be at a con, but you enjoy that little thing you got there."
Yeah. I mean, it's nice, but the con's not. I don't think people understand how not worth it is for you and me to go to the actual con. Like, it's nice to meet people, and it's not productive for either one of us. It's not like people think that when we go to cons, like, oh, you guys must fucking make a kill it. Like,
No,
no, we meet people, we say hi, and doesn't doesn't net us anything crazy like you might
I
think.
made all
Like,
my money off commissions I took online. I don't make
right.
anything. I am unable to compete with the onslaught of never-ending shitty fucking prints that people make, so they can just, you know,
Yeah.
just want to fucking everything, you know. Like I don't, you know, I don't have that, so I'm not, I've covered this. Have I not covered this topic? Have I
We
not,
have
Brandon?
we have in length.
Have I not?
Yes.
gone into this enough. Not going to cons has been the best thing I've. Every time I go, I just end up hating life.
Me too.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
I used to love it. It used to be my favorite thing in the world. You know, now I prefer jury duty. You know, there's less pressure. You make more money.
All right.
It's true. You make more jury duty. Yeah. Don't have to worry about getting sick. Knock off, yeah. So it's just not designed for me. It used to be a thing where you could go and showcase talent and network, and now it's artist swap meet. Is what it is, you know. And so, you know, it's just not for me. And guys, some people thrive in that. They do well. I don't. I don't do like those sitting around drawing those perfectly little, you know, man, like Ryan Kincaid, dude, like, you know, he just sits there, he's got the perfect little drawings. Like I don't do that. Like I have a process. I can't just
Right.
sit there and just okay, and then I'll add this character and this character. I don't know. Like I'm like I have a way of working. It just working at cons is not good. This now this I do well. I
Yeah.
found when Ryan was like, I don't know how the fuck do you draw and talk for 8 hours. I'm like, right? Well, you know, Ryan, you built up some talents, and I've built up mine. You know, I can sit here, work all day, talk and draw. Can you? Now, if only I could get a tip jar built into this fucking stream. You know, not that anyone would, but you know,
Right.
that'd be nice. Remember when one guy was a couple weeks ago. Was like, man, I want to send you something. You have a Patreon? I'm like, nope. Uh, Here's a PayPal.me. Nah, man, it's cool. I mean, if you had a Patreon, I'd give you money. I'm like, for what? You know? For what I'm already doing now on YouTube?
Right.
So funny. What would I be able to do on... Well, you could do tutorials. I do that here. See, guys? It would be exclusive. Exclusive for what am I supposed to... Then I have to... Some people, it works well, but I don't know, man. I
Right.
can't see myself making more than $400 or $500 a month. At that point, I can just do commissions.
Right.
Do you understand? Like, I don't have the foothold to command 2,000-3,000 a month off Patreon. I might get up to 400, maybe. At that point, and I mean, like I said, I could just do commissions
Right.
and not ever have to bother you with support me on Patreon, or else.
Or else Rob starves.
Or all this goes away. Like, taking it back, taking them all back. You know. No more Sketchcraft for you, you know? I'll be the Sketchcraft Nazi and shit. Like, no Sketchcraft for you. You get no tutorials. No real-time videos. I will come back on just to harass Brandon, though. That'll get you.
Yes. Yes.
And I'll make sure those are ad supported, so right in the middle you have to see some fucking MeUndies commercial. Before now on MeUndies. I gotta get some of that MeUndies money. Hey everybody. You like underwear? Like fresh underwear? Like comfortable underwear? You're sitting here all day using the colored pencils. Gotta get the MeUndies. And that shit will crawl right up your fucking ass. While you're sitting here doing this, it just, you know, you'll feel real good down there.
When Rob's selling underwear, he's the mafia of underwear.
Yo, you can get these MeUndies. I don't want to talk that loud right now, but I can do the cracked voice. They feel real good, and they don't itch or nothing. They just feel real smooth. They feel real smooth down there. Keep everything flowing real nice.
Jesus.
It's like a Zen garden for your balls. MeUndies. Like that's why we won't support you. I'm not a good influencer. Anything you want to sell on Gumroad, you could put together some YouTube vids and redub it. I should do all my videos as Morty, right? Yeah, I never fully hit puberty, so I've always retained that crack in my voice. It used to be my Big Thunder Mountain voice. This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. You know, that shit. So I just do that all the time. But then Morty came out, and I was like, oh, okay, Rick. All right, well, you know, you're a real asshole. You're a real asshole. You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass. I think it's still my favorite, I think. Not even an official episode, right?
Right.
You have a constitution? Yeah. I guess I could just take the stuff, put on Gumroad, and charge $5, right? Who would know?
That works.
Who would know?
Right.
I should do more voices. I can't. I don't have any other voices. When I get real mad, I can talk like Bill Burr. That's about the end of it. But I just think we're a kindred spirit, that man and me. I get it. I get it. You're not put on this earth to get it, Jack Burton. Gumroad. Here's my video. This is where I sit here for 12 hours. Color penciling. Now, you can see me there. I pick up the pencil and I put the pencil to the paper. If you do that, you will increase your chances of creating a color pencil drawing. Just take the pencil and put it on the paper. See, you've already increased the odds of this turning out to be a color pencil drawing. You just keep moving it up and down. And that will apply the color pencil to the paper. I like to pray. I like to pray a lot when I'm doing this because I have no fucking clue if it's going to work. Like I should just make up some absurd commentaries.
Right.
I pray to my Lord God Satan. Hail Mary. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Satan tutorials. I should put on the little Satan voice, right? Get that modulator. That'll go
That's
well.
That's an idea. Yeah.
Hellcraft. Hellcraft. Yeah, this all sounds funny now, guys, until I do it, you know? And it's not so funny. And it gets like 44 thumbs down. And I lose my congressional seat 20 years from now after I run for office.
Oh, jeez.
GOP, Robert Duenas, used to be Hellcraft. You know, oh shit, no, God, fuck. Look, here's him laughing at the thought of being a Satan. You know, like, oh fuck.
I like that your reporter sounds like they're from the 50s.
Why not?
On the radio.
Well, you know, it'll go back. Yeah, I like the 30s, right? We should go the March of Time, right? The March. Yes. Here we have Rob Duenas going to have to be the Lord and Satan. Here he's resurrecting a little imp child. And they're both dipping their tail into the blood of the survivors, of the impure. All right, okay. Yes. Sounds like this. But that's all they're doing is the march of Matt and Trey. They do the march of it's the march of on the news, march of time. Man on the hour, newsflash. You know that march of time.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Because anyone can do it. It's like super easy. What we have here is hellish, angry little trees. These trees will wish you gonorrhea. And you'll get it. Like Bob Ross with horns. Yeah, I think when it comes to selling things, I'll just sell art. Like, I'll just have to draw my way through all this shit one at a time.
There you go.
You know? But I don't have enough to afford one. Then you don't get one. See how that works? Could you come up with something simpler? Nah. I mean, I could, but
Right.
what's the fun in that? I don't impress anyone when I do simple things. And everyone will want a simple one, and then I'll have my whole Instagram will be filled up with all these little simple things. And no one will be impressed. And then one day, they'll stop selling.
Right.
It'll happen. And then I'll forget how to do the hard shit because I only did the real stupid easy stuff. So what I do now is I just offer the stupid easy stuff with like a print. That's what I'll put up in the store. And I don't tell anyone. So like they'll go and they go, I didn't know you had the shit in here. I'm like, yeah, it's gone. Oh, no, it's gone. You missed it. Like
You never get this. You never get this.
it happened to this one guy 3 times. Every time you go in there, it's gone. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, that's how it works. I like it. You never know. When's it going to go back in there? No clue. I have no business plan.
Right.
You know, whatever. You could make more. I could. But, you know, for a time. Like, someone was asking me today, you going to have a Black Friday special? Black Friday? Yeah, it's called I'm going to drink a shitload of mimosas and fucking do nothing. That's what I'm doing. That's my Black Friday. Because I have to cook on things. I cook the entire Thanksgiving, everything. I buy everything, Mise en Place, I cook everything, clean. The next day I'm doing jack shit. I mean, I'm no Grace Randolph, you know, so I have to.
Ooh.
She's this chick that does these YouTube videos that likes to fucking make. She's the one that likes to,
great. Oh,
she
know,
likes
I
the
know
one
you're
to
talking about.
perpetuate
Yeah.
that people are being paid to review DC movies poorly.
I know who Grace
She
is.
started that bullshit. People are being paid off.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Yeah, she's a fucking troll, you know? Which I wouldn't care about, but, you know, people that I know, she's like, they're being paid off. I'm like, being paid off? What are you fucking, who is this chick? I'm like, where was this broad when I was fucking going to Comic-Con? You know what I mean? Where was this?
Right.
Like, you know, she was reviewing some anime. She's like, yo, and she called it the anime. You know, like it's not the anime. You fucking like. I'm like, shit. Are you really a fan of this shit? You know, are you?
Right.
You know, I hate to use the word fake anything, given the fucking climate we live in now. You know, but
Right.
it's like, are you you really know what you're talking about? Do you really Show me your board game collection. You know, like that'll let me know. No, no, can't buy any board games. Just open up the fucking closet. Want to see the board game collection right now? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, all Milton Bradley. YouTube yanked. Not up there, but Monopoly. And sorry, you fucking poser. You know.
That got dark real quick.
That's how I roll, man. That's how I roll.
It's okay.
I'm super quiet in the morning, and loud and fucking tons of energy late at night. It's years I've been teaching myself how to do this. It's an art, Brandon. No, I wouldn't care. Just she went around fucking accusing people of being paid off to give reviews. It's like, seriously? Fucking really?
Right.
Can I be part of that if that's the case?
Me too.
Whatever. Like Amy Dallon's on Collider Heroes, dude. Now that chick, she's a nerd, man. She knows her shit. You know? They can name specific issues and fucking runs and, you know what I mean? Episode
Right.
numbers. And I'm like, all right, you know your shit. You know? I like that. Speaking of which, I gotta go read my White Knight issue 3. I don't know how I feel about the writing, but it looks cool. So,
Right.
yeah, it's serviceable. It's not a bad story. Just I mean, the best Batman story I've read all year is the Elmer Fudd. You laugh. Have you read it?
No, but
Yeah.
you've talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. One day you read it and you go, motherfucker.
No, I'm sure.
He was
I'm
right
sure
again.
that-
He was right
I'm
again.
sure you are.
Kyle couldn't believe it until he read it. He's like, God damn, this is really good. I'm like, yeah, it deserves a fucking Eisner. Who would have thought? It basically turns all these Looney Tunes characters into like Dick Tracy villains set in a Batman universe, and it works really. It works really well. Like you wouldn't think it would work well, but it works really well. The best thing I've read all year is uh, Delicious in Dungeon. It's my comic of the year. It's a manga. It's not a comic. Yeah, it's a comic. It's got drawings, right? It's in a book form. It's a comic. So 8 or 9 days till what? Last Jedi. Getting all excited?
You know it, of
You get your
course.
tickets?
No, not yet.
Mm,
I got other stuff I'm
mm,
dropping money on at the moment.
mm, mm.
I'm gonna go see it. I just haven't got my tickets.
Red Miller Reborn. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit of that kind of sword art online feel to it too. You know. A little bit of that. You know, you die and you wake up in a video game. There was another anime that was like that. I was watching. It's kind of more of a comedy. It's got a lot of the sex humor that you don't like, but it's actually got a lot of smart shit in it too. Like, can't remember the name of it though. It's got a weird name.
Fair enough.
But they do really a lot of clever editing, so they really make you feel like they've been living there a while. Like there's a lot of cool stuff. They ends up building this team of this little guild, and it's like three different girls, and they're all really fucking horrible, but they're all high level. They're all high level, but they're completely useless. Like one specializes in explosive magic, but she can only do one fucking thing once, and then she's out. She can't do anything. And so like they're out there fucking killing low level creatures, and she like throws a giant fucking fireball thing that just nukes his fucking whatever and just
Uh-huh.
brings like 20 other fucking creatures to come save it, but she's out and then they're fucked, you know, like just shit like that.
Right.
So there's a lot of real clever things. It just intermixed with a lot of the sex humor, but yeah, I let it go because it's pretty clever.
Right.
Like the kid dies because he tries to save this chick from being hit by a truck. Turns out she was nowhere near. He just wasn't paying attention, so he freaked out and ran into the street and got hit by a car. Like, yeah, there's another one. Grimgar's the one I like. Grimgar's slow, small. It's really about living in this other universe. Dark, but really uplifting. Good characters and stuff. Beautiful, fucking gorgeous. One of the best looking anime I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, You ever watched Grimgar, Brandon? You should watch it.
All right.
There's one coming out this year. I forget the name of it, but it's gonna be like a superhero anime, but it's from the Kill La Kill guys. Trigger.
Ninja Batman? Batman
No,
Ninja?
no, no, no. That's the CGI thing. Actually, the guy who wrote Kill La Kill wrote that. Actually,
Right.
yeah. But no, this is an actual anime series. It's
Ah,
original. It's original. But it's from the same director.
gotcha.
One I'm watching now is Made in Abyss. One more episode left. Savoring it. It's already in my top 10 of all time. I have to fix that. If you don't like the white, you can just go back over it. Oh. Now I just gotta add a little color to the background because I'm a fucking idiot, and that's what I do. I'm kind of an idiot. I don't want to do it too loud. It's too late. It's too late. Too loud. Push a push. Let me see. Hmm. The white Sharpie. Oh yeah, that white Sharpie is fucking. I used to use the dip brush, you know, the liner brush, but I just use that now. Saves a lot of time. No smell too, so you're not gonna be here getting headaches or nothing.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Unless you like the headaches.
Oh, you know, Brandon, we know you.
I love a
like
good
to burn
headache.
stuff.
Sometimes I like plugs.
Sometimes I like to get plugged. You've had plug. I got this friend, you know, who's a pretty good artist, and yeah, he makes decent money, man. He's got a full-time gig doing something artistic, and you know, he's thinking about quitting it all to become a full-time comics artist. And I'm like, dude, don't I'm like, I don't want to crush your dreams, dude. Just don't do it. Like, just make your own fucking comics, you know. And if Marvel or DC somewhere down the line wants to hand you a 2-year exclusive contract, then give it a shot. But understand that every friend I know that went full time Marvel DC, within 2 years they're back to having a normal job. You know,
Right.
every one of them, Brandon, every one of them. Then they come back and do something a couple years later with Marvel. Then they go back to having a regular fucking job. Like, it's just like whatever fucking dream you have, like whatever we grew up with, whatever it's just not there. It's
Yeah.
not there for everybody. You know what I mean? It's got very little to do with talent. You know, very little to do with that. Like, you know, he's like, I know, just I mean, okay, fucking don't fuck your life up. Like,
Yeah.
how do you tell him? How do you, you know? I wanted to be a pro wrestler once. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
You're telling someone they can't do it. I'm telling them the odds are stacked against you. What you can do is not indicative of what you're going to be able to live off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you
Right.
can do it. I just don't think they give a shit. You know? Please do not leave a regular paying gig for this. You know? Don't. What about you, Rob? What about me? I'd still have that fucking t-shirt job. Marvel hadn't run me out of town.
Right.
I wasn't leaving that job. You saw how hard I worked. How hard was that? For me, you know?
Right.
You know? For me, it's just not hard. I had done t-shirts so long, you know? And it's such a high level of fucking whatever. I was like, I got this. I was staying in. I was only going to do Game Cave on the side. You know? I did not choose
Right.
this. I used to do it hurts. Yeah, of course it hurts. Well, that's why I stopped. I did it once until I bust my fucking eye open you know, getting razor's edged into a wall, you know. So that was the end of it. He's gonna do it. It's gonna fuck his life up. Yeah. And he will. Like, I think it's just not gonna, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna sugarcoat it.
I got friends that have worked on X-Men. They go right back to getting a normal job because it's just
Yeah.
that how many people get to stay on those books for fucking 10 years? How many of them are getting paid millions of dollars? Like
Yeah.
Jim Lee and Todd were back then. None. So, you know, like, it's just not there. You're not going to get
Right.
residual checks from fucking your work. Like, it's just not going to happen. So either move to a third world country, marry someone who's rich or, you know, has a good job and you could basically make nothing, you know? Figure it out. But if you're paying your own bills and you got a job that's paying it and it's artistic, then just make your own comics. Well, it doesn't feel real. Well, then you're fucking crazy. Like, feels real to me.
Right.
Give it 5, 10 years, people will be so fed up of seeing the same characters everywhere. They're gonna be like, "You got your own book, your own ideas," you know. Nobody's won't care if you draw mainstream comics. It'll all flip one day. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake I ever did was listening to a comic book publisher tell me to quit my fucking t-shirt job to go draw comics full time. You know. I watched Image happen. I know, right? The crash and everything. I was there for it. You know. It happened right in my backyard. Taught me a good lesson. But, you know, like, I let a comic book publisher talk. You gotta pay your dues, Rob. Left a $60,000 a year fucking job to make. I made $4,000 that year in Southern California, bro.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not worth it. It's downright moronic. Yeah, there's ways to fix this. There's things they could do, but
Sorry.
you know, at the end of the day, how do you tell them? I mean, you
All
tell
right.
you know. I'm like, oh,
Don't.
yeah.
Don't do that.
I try to like. I'm the example. Here's what I did. This was a colossal fucking mistake. Took me years to recoup from that fucking mistake. You know.
Right.
So it's just like, don't do it to yourself. But this guy's, I don't care if Freddie Williams or fucking Jim Lee or name all the people that have made it. Yeah, I'll show
Right.
you how many people got fucking YouTube channels where they draw. What do they draw? They draw scenes from Frozen, and they got a gazillion fucking followers, and they make them. I'm never. It's not happening for me. You know, like I don't make
Right.
my money off this. You know, this streaming. It's like I didn't quit my job to go do it. You know. I only do this because I forget how I do this shit, so I record it. That's why we're doing this right now. Just so I can remember how to do this. It's like my little nephew thinks he's going to become a pro gamer. I'm like, you don't realize how bad you suck. These guys, they're doing speed. They never sleep,
Yeah.
you know? You think it's just because they're good? You know? Joe Rogan was talking about the other day, like how many fucking self-made millionaires don't bother. They fail to mention all the fucking, you know, whatever they're taking to keep up the energy, you know,
Right.
prescription medication, opiates slash something.
Adderall.
Adderall,
Slash.
yeah, Adderall. That's what he was talking about. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, and they don't say that. They just go, "Oh, you got to work harder." It's like, no, that isn't it. Like, Business
Right.
Insider ran this thing. It was like, check this out. The article was how I paid off $221,000 worth of student loans by the time I was 31. And I'm like, I gotta read this bullshit, right? Because I don't believe it.
Right.
So I go in there. Yeah, okay. His mom gave him a job at her nonprofit. 1. 2.
Uh-huh.
She then gave him a condo as a wedding gift.
Oh,
So
jeez.
3, he rented the condo out and lived with his fucking grandparents.
Oh, jeez.
And then he goes, if I can do it, anyone can. I'm like, fucking asshole. Like,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Such lies. And a lot of the guys now that go on fucking Twitter, you go, what about Joe Quesada said? Joe Quesada couldn't get it, couldn't do it now. I'm telling you, man. Joe Quesada had to break in with what Joe Quesada had. The talent, it would not happen. You know?
No.
It's just, he could barely. Does Joe Quesada tell you how fucking Event Comics was tanking when the fucking paper crisis happened? Why do you think he
No.
went back to Marvel? Why do you think the Marvel Knights thing? Because they were out of fucking business. You know? He got in, tried to make money off the fuck. He was way too late for Image. Eventually did, the events too late. And then the fucking paper crisis thing happened. I was there for that shit too. Now, he doesn't mention that.
Right.
You know? And the fact that they used to pay like triple the fucking page rates. Well, not when I was starting out. They like I was watching something today. They were like asking them on fucking Twitter. It was like, how come you don't do those like anthology books where people do like different backup stories? Like, well, because fact is fans don't buy them, and if they're talented enough, they would just be able to draw a full book. I'm like, bro, that's how Sam Keith got work. Like those
Right.
books that have 3 or 4 different stories, and someone does a 6-page story in there or 4-page story. Like that's how guys used to get in. Maybe you should just like make those books and give them away digitally. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like invest in future, but they don't fucking think that way. You know? They just I don't fuck it. You know? If they knew what they were doing, they'd be selling more every month.
Right.
You know? They don't know what they're doing. No fucking clue. And I'm like, why would you give up a career for that? That kind of fucking leadership.
Yeah.
Where every year they have the highest grossing movies and they still can't sell one fucking comic book, you know? Like, what? Bad move. Bad move. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. You ever see those guys on fucking, I did it. So, you know what I mean? That's how I did it. It was ridiculous. It was a
Right.
really bad idea. It was like MasterChef when they're like, what are you going to do with that $100,000 you win? I'm going to open up my own cooking school with $100,000. You couldn't go to cooking school for $100,000.
Right.
I'm going to open up my own restaurant with with $100,000. What, for the first month?
Right.
You need like 10 million just to start. What do you? They should be putting in their contract they're not allowed to fucking open a restaurant with that money because it'll wreck their fucking life.
Right.
What are you going to do with the $100,000 or the $250,000, Rob? I'm going to use it to get an apprenticeship for the next 10 years at every fucking restaurant. You know what I mean? That'll fucking have me. And because I know I'm not going to make anything. And it's going to subsidize me through the next fucking 5, 10 years. You know? And I'm not going to
Right.
have any children. I'm going to live off a fucking hammock. I mean, that's what they should be saying.
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to invest it all in ShamWow. ShamWow. I just, whatever. I'm just gonna lose another friend because I told him the sensible fucking thing to do.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna lose friendships.
I'm the only one that doesn't seem to get butthurt by the sensible shit you say. You know what I'm talking about. I just kind of go, yep, that's how I'm on the same page
Let's not
as you.
use
I'm
the
like,
word. You're the only one that doesn't get butt hurt by me. Let's try not to use that phrase.
all right, sorry.
I don't want people to get the wrong. I don't want any accusations to go out on Twitter.
I take what you say, and I don't get upset. How's that better? I use it as constructive criticism.
What's the worst you can do? Just not be my friend anymore? Okay. You know, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but, like, nothing I can do about that. It's not going to change whatever I said. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I look at it.
Right.
That doesn't change anything. Just now you don't have to hear it, but it's still true. Oh, well. It's just, we have prime earning years, and if you're wasting them, you know, then you're going to fucking get hosed at some point. It's not a good, it's not a good idea. Wait till you're in your 50s when they lay you off from the art department because you're too old. Then you can go follow your comics dream.
Right.
After you own a home and you got a fucking money in savings and shit.
My dog's loud when she shakes that collar. 1 second, Rob. Hey, I'm gonna hop off, Rob. I didn't realize it was midnight, anyways. I forgot I got work in the morning. Chat tomorrow. Go over
Yeah,
my Scott.
we gotta do tater tips.
All right. All right. Later, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow, Rob.
Mm-hmm. Laters, Dave. There. All done. Oh. All right, everybody, what we got to do? Here's the deal. We got morning podcast, and that'll be up in the next 8 or 9 hours. I'm going to be working on Dragon Ball Z. I won't be streaming until I'm ready to draw the final lines. So tomorrow I may not be streaming much. And then I will be streaming nonstop. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Dave, D'Artagnan, Shadowhawk, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I will post close-ups and high res of this on the Instagram if you want to see. So, see you all there. Peace, everybody.